Welcome to the DickeyDines Show.
God, it smells like Danny DeVito's underboob.
Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to podcast number 3.
Wow.
What's up, Austin? How you doing today?
Hey, don't talk to the talent, dude. Talk to them.
Okay.
Hey, refer to my emails or Tony Kapaki.
Okay. Well, today, guys, we're very excited because we are going to be joined with our good friend Stevie T.
The Terrorberry himself?
It's Mr. Barry.
Shit,
I
bro.
wonder if people actually... I'm going to ask him if people actually call him Mr. Barry. If anyone does... Because if not, I'm going to do it all the time.
My tier 3
Mr.
Patreon
Barry.
subscription must have went through to him.
Yeah.
He's treating us with a pod appearance.
Mr. Barry. Yeah, so he's going to join us.
Mr. Barry.
He's going to join us. We're going to ask him questions. We're going to hang out, have a little chat. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before we do that, though, real quick, I wanted to let you guys know that we have merch. Ding, 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 ding. So we started a merch shop, and we have 2 designs up there right now, but we're going to be growing that shop exactly like that very soon. But you can click the link in the description, and you can get some merch, and that would greatly help us out directly.
Yeah.
And that'd be a lot of fun. And so there's that. And then we are also on Patreon. At the end of this podcast, actually, we're going to do a little segment, a little after show segment where we talk to all the patrons and we answer their questions and we read their comments. And if you want to be a part of that, you can click the link in the description to join our Patreon, which directly supports us as well to continue doing this, to continue growing and putting out
Getting large.
more and more content. I was going to say, we had a schedule of doing a video on Monday and then a podcast on Thursday. I think we actually might need to start doing 2 videos.
Yeah, we've just been filming so
And
much.
then- yeah, for real,
We're not putting
dude.
out enough for how much we film, which is a nice problem to have.
Exactly. Like we already have like 5 filmed, I think,
Yeah.
that we haven't released yet. And it's like, if we're going to be doing 2 episodes, 3 episodes every time we film, like we're going to have to put out
Yeah, our
a
jokes
lot
are
more
going to
content.
topically fall behind if we don't get them out
Yeah,
faster.
that's what I was going to say about, because we want to do like the Halloween content.
Right.
We want to do some spooky content.
But
and
we're
so-
already 7 videos deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're going to have 7 videos backlogged, so we'd have to, we're going to have to amp it up, I think, even more. And then aside from that, we have Patreon exclusive content that you can get on Patreon, as well as directly interact with us via messages. So if you want to check that out, go check out the Patreon, and it really helps.
Expand dong.
Yes. And it gets our
goose honking.
it gets our video producer, camera guy, director, podcast extraordinaire, Kevin,
Don't all
a
cheer
salary.
At once. Don't all cheer at once.
I was waiting for him to look like he was going to say
I
something.
thought I was going to hit the applause button.
What the is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, Kevin just got a soundboard, so we're going to have fun with that. Anyway, so without further ado, let us get into Stevie T.
I think I'm going to sit this one out.
Okay, Steve, welcome to podcast number 3. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're figuring it out.
Couple. Is that what that was?
Yep.
I thought we were role playing as IT guy.
That's what we
I was
do
having a
every
great
day.
time. That was really in character.
And
Steve.
I like how we like literally failed and we just made a different compromise.
Hey, we got to figure it out, though.
Typical IT guy.
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah, fair.
Looking great. It's good to have you, Steve. I hope you're doing well. How are you
It is good
doing?
to be here. I'm still to be like, am I your first guest?
You are our first guest, yes.
Wow, you chose a terrible first guest. Well, me with all my issues and mic issues and such,
No, we got to set the bar
and mental
high.
issues.
Yeah, I was looking at Jared's notes, and yours was the last name on the list. Just kidding.
Oh, so you did the thing where the teacher goes at the bottom of the list and
He's
works
trying
their
to
way
put
up.
more spotlight on you emotionally because he wants to call you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I thrive on approval, so thank you.
Hey, it's the quiet ones you got to watch out for. You know what I mean? They're the
That's right.
ones that have the the stuff.
Steve, notoriously quiet guy.
Steve, how you been, man? How you living, man?
I've been good. How have you guys been doing? I've been taking a bit of time off the summer. I've literally changed my upload schedule to like 1 upload every couple weeks. My old schedule, because I just, man, I reached
a lot.
like I was like, I need to like stop for a sec.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you find that you're just running yourself too thin? Just need to take a little more time?
Kinda, yeah. And you know what? It's literally just coming up with ideas. The work does not bother me, but coming up with fresh ideas is the hardest thing.
Well, shit, dude. I got like 1,000, so I'll just like feed you like a content farm, and then you can put out all these videos that I've been sitting on for fucking 5 years.
Maybe that's the secret. Maybe we need to exchange video ideas, and like that's the ticket.
I think that's what it is. We just need to pair up business wise.
This guy's got to make a content.
I'll come. Yeah, we got to make a content house. That's what it needs to be. Yeah, the Steve.
I feel like you literally just did that, and I said nope.
That's fair.
It's a little different when you're not like in person with someone. You know, it'd be a lot of fun.
We'll get a cottage in Canada.
We'll get a cottage.
Yeah.
in Canada, yeah. Way up. How is Canada right now? How's the weather? How's everything?
The weather is okay. Well, we didn't have much of a summer. We had like maybe a week of hot.
Yeah.
And now it's fall.
Week of hot. That's a national week in Canada, right?
Week of hot.
It's just marked
A
on the
week of
calendars,
hot.
week of
hot.
Hell yeah, dude. How's the McLaren?
Oh, it's fantastic.
How fast have you gone in that thing yet?
In Minecraft.
Allegedly. If one were to go fast. Yeah, how fast you taking it?
170. That's okay. Not miles per hour. I know.
Kilometers.
Damn, I'll be like, damn.
So what is that? Like 6 horses at once or something? Is that what it translates to directly?
I use all 6 horses. Yeah, all of them.
It's 7 yardsticks a second.
I think they call
Austin.
that a Mountie. Is what it
That's actually what I'll tell the cops. I'm like, I thought that was miles per hour. Sorry, officer.
I just got back from California.
I just got back from Upper Canada.
What is that, 105? Is it like 100, 105? Something like that?
So 60 miles per hour is like 100 kilometers per hour.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it's not bad.
It's got that 0 to 60 in like 2.5 seconds.
It's pretty nice. How'd you feel when you got the keys in your hand? Or you just like,
I was like,
crazy.
this is actually quite a modest key fob for such a car, so I was actually unimpressed.
So I'm actually curious, where did you get this? Did you just go to a dealer and buy it, or do you have like a friend that you bought it from? What's the backstory here?
It was literally, I went on Auto Trader, searched McLaren's, and there was it had to be orange, and there was one in Montreal, so they shipped it here. It was like the huge Amazon box the next morning.
Damn.
Came in a box.
Damn, that's crazy. So would you say
they had it like in a trailer, and they pulled up, and it was pretty exciting.
So that would be like
One employee with a fucking
your
dolly.
fun purchase, other than
that's like
a house.
I was like, that's probably the last thing I will ever buy in my life, so I might as well make it count.
Have you always wanted one?
Not even. No, like.
Okay.
I mean, everyone wants a cool car like that, but I saw a picture of one, and I was like, that is sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you only live once, so.
Hit him with the YOLO.
In with the YOLOs, yeah. And I don't regret it every time I drive it, so.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Yeah.
Have you
I'm
gotten
thinking of going back to my pizza. I'm thinking of going back to my pizza delivery job for like a night.
Showing up in a McLaren. Yeah, I ordered 28 pizzas.
This pizza's 3 hours late, and you're like, you think I give a fuck?
The speed limit was 40 kilometers, sir.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, yeah,
Good
that's
for
the
you,
thing.
man.
Like,
That's awesome.
unless you go to a track, you can't really use it.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Scare the other Canadians and all that.
That's not a hard thing to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're driving around McLaren, you're looking a little reckless.
Looking a little reckless.
Looking a little reckless.
Well, that's what the insurance companies think too.
Well, yeah. Well, hey, put it in a video, write it off, right? It's the way to do it.
That's literally it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way to do it, man. Of course.
But man, getting insurance was a pain in the ass. Let me tell you.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, man. McLaren, orange.
Yeah. Well,
goes up and up.
A couple insurance companies were literally like, "You're too young," and I'm like,
Right.
"I'm like 35. I've been driving for half my life."
They probably have like a 40 cutoff or something.
It could be.
You know what I mean? It drops at like 40 because like, oh, there's no testosterone in these balls left. Just
like
let
the
him have the car, you know.
thing.
So he's not going to drive at 160. It's like,
Yeah, 35 Canadian is like 18 US.
Conversion rate. Damn. Do you have any like other fun purchases that you haven't shown on your YouTube page? Like a McLaren, that's like a big one. That's a good one. Any other fun little
You know
things
what?
that
The funny thing is, I'm so stingy. I don't buy. I have a shitty $100 Focusrite from 10 years ago.
I was gonna say, man, your like setup needs an update so bad, but you go and drop like a shit ton of money on a McLaren instead, just to be like, "Fuck you, I don't care." I'm getting
Priorities, Jared.
It is pretty sick.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you weren't even like, sorry, I'm still on this McLaren thing. So you weren't even like a
Really
McLaren fan necessarily. You just thought that they were kind of cool cars.
Yeah,
It was a
I mean,
Facebook
even
ad.
my dad watches the F1 racing, and I'm like, this is so stupid.
What are those dumb, ugly cars? I want one. I want one right now.
Actually, no,
I
those
didn't
ones
think I
are
could
like
get one.
hyper track cars. I don't like those as much.
Yeah, I feel that.
But
So what do you collect around your house? Like I don't know if you've ever done like a "This Is My Trinkets" tour. But you know what I mean?
is that like a modern day term for like MTV Cribs?
Exactly. Yeah. Like what does Stevie T decorate his house with? I'm curious.
I accumulate a lot of recycling.
There's just like Coke cans all over the living room, turned into couches and shit.
Pretty much. Other than that, I just like have guitars littered everywhere.
Sure, guitars.
I mean, you know what that's like.
Yeah, but that's work though. You have to. That's
Kinda,
like
yeah. Oh, you
that's
mean
like, I gotta-
hobby-wise?
Yeah, like hobbies. Like, what do you like?
God.
You know, like what's in Stevie T's?
You know what?
A comedically large amount of like Yakugans.
you ever had a shrine of something or like someone? You have like a
Shrine? Now we're
You
getting
ever had
really
a shrine
creepy.
of somebody's TV? You
ever
ever
had a
stalked
shrine
anybody
of someone?
online for a long period of time?
no, like
I have a creepy shrine of John Petrucci.
See, there you go. It's like a bunch of his products all going up into like a mountain. You know,
Piece of his hair from every
a
time he's
piece
met
of
him.
his I didn't mean like that. Like, oh, this is a shrine of the glass
Condensed a
you
guitar
drank
pick out
from.
of his beard hairs.
No, I meant like something that you're into so much that you have like it could be Transformers, it could be anything, just something that you have like a
know what?
huge backdrop of stuff.
That's such a solid question. You know, I did nothing.
What
but
are you into,
work.
Steve?
You know what? I don't even know. Like, I only worked for like 7 years now, and I have no other hobbies. I'm like literally just now being like, what do I do with spare time? Because before this summer, I didn't even know what that was. And I'm sure you know the feeling.
Yeah. What kind of cartoons did you watch as a kid?
Oh, I did all the, like Animaniacs and all, like
Looney
Gargoyles and all
Tunes.
that shit. Oh God, all the millennial stuff, And I still watch like DuckTales and stuff like that.
Were you a Courage the Cowardly Dog guy?
Courage the Cowardly. That sounds familiar, but that might have been an American thing.
Get him out of here. He doesn't know
Pretty sweet.
courage, bro.
Yeah, it was like intro to horror for kids.
No, it was a good one. Ed and Eddie was a solid one too. All the degenerate ones.
That was like a
Little Bill.
Nickelodeon, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
I used to watch Animal Planet a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we're
Deuces
just
to
showing our
Hippos.
age now.
Oh
Animal
yeah.
Planet.
Do you have any dogs or cats or any pets?
Also, what's your social?
No, I don't like. Okay, I don't like responsibility in general.
Gotcha. So that goes
I
into
had
my
a
first
hamster for a
question.
couple. I had a hamster for a couple of years, but it got like some weird skin condition. And I had to put it down. I'm like,
Oh, no.
well, this is why I don't do this.
Damn. Well, speaking of responsibility, are you romantically involved with anyone at the moment, Stevie?
They don't know yet, but yes.
Oh, you sure you don't have a shrine?
Is that
This is going
Wilhelm
back to
scream
the
I hear outside
shrine,
my
dude.
house every night?
So back to John Petrucci. Yes.
Okay, fair.
My heart
fair.
belongs to he.
Yeah. You know what? At this point, like the dating scene would just freak me out, and the thought of like going to dinner with someone I don't know terrifies me.
So it's a you thing, is what you're saying.
That's right. Oh, you mean the TV show You, or like me personally?
No, like
Yeah,
like
are you a
like
serial
the
killer?
thought of going on a date like terrifies you.
Oh God, and like I still to this day don't know how to talk to women.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it was a skill that I was too busy playing guitar. It was a skill I did not acquire.
that's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
Got to let the licks do the talking.
Yeah, you gotta be the guy at the
Yeah.
party with the guitar, you know. And
'Cause sometimes where words fail, music speaks.
well,
Well, that's the problem too. Like you bust out some shreds and everyone just wants to hear Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Like the chicks don't care about the arpeggios.
It's almost better though, because then you don't even have to be good to impress people. You know
That's
what I
fair.
mean? You don't have to shred. You can just play 3 chords, and you're like, oh my gosh.
That's not what my dad said.
Well,
He said, if you ever want me to speak to you again, you better get good at stuff.
so we have this idea for a TV show, and it's called Who Wants Stevie's D? And we were thinking it could be a Bachelor-style show where you're the Bachelor, and we get a bunch of girls
gent
or
mommies.
people, whoever,
Gent individuals.
whatever you're into, and get them all to show up. And
Okay. I was creeping one of your Twitch streams and you started talking about this idea.
Yeah.
And you
need
didn't
to
know I
make
was
it
watching,
happen.
but I was like, oh my god, this like would actually be hilarious.
we need to do like a 2-month season 1.
I feel like it's a one-off joke from like 3 years ago. Jared's been like intimately planning
Oh,
the
dude,
details.
come on. Are you serious, bro? Fuck Musician Mansion. It's all about who wants
Dude.
Stevie's D, bro.
With
Like,
Stevie's D.
I would pay so much money.
The keepers get little guitars instead of
Yeah,
little
exactly.
roses.
Yeah, it's either a little guitar for the keepers or like a triangle for the ones who get booted out. They get little triangles.
Losers get crowd surfed out of the venue.
No, I would pay so much money to watch a dating show about you, Steve.
Oh my
That
god.
would be the most entertaining shit.
It would be
if I can
such
direct
a
it.
train wreck.
He's just gonna end up with the McLaren anyway.
Yeah,
And the winner
he already has
puts
the.
the bow on the McLaren. It was you all along, babe.
He already has the prize. Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
I
I am
think-
kind of romantically involved with the car. That is kind of true.
I think that would be, dude. I would be honored to write and direct such a show. That would be so
Oh my
fucking
God.
hilarious. Oh my god.
But, like you being the host, you have to have a bigger part in it though. You can't just like be the host.
Do I have to date? I could date you too. I could be like the love
You could be like one of the contestants.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you
I could be the host and then switch.
Yeah,
and,
he-
like,
if
play
he just
double
puts
duty.
on your hot sister costume, and he can just,
Oh,
he can just
yeah.
walk around and do that.
Yeah, I'll be the
Oh my
I'll be the
God.
dramatic one. I'll be the always drunk one that ruins everything.
Wow.
Yeah, your cross-eyed gets fixed when you're drunk.
Damn. Oh no, I would
So
love
this
it.
is going to be the next year's project for DickeyDines.
Yeah. We just gotta find the location, get the people.
I told you.
Okay, well, you know the location's going to have to be my house because I don't leave the
Oh,
house.
for sure, 100%. Yeah. Okay, we can do that.
It's a plan.
That's my plan.
Mark it, book it.
We're gonna figure it out.
Record it.
This needs to happen. Dude, that would be so entertaining for me. Anyways.
Man, the only problem with that is I don't want a relationship.
Right. See, it would be fake,
So-
like all of those are.
I was gonna say I don't think most of the people that do these actually want that either. To be
Yeah.
fair,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just kind of happens, and you're
all
like,
about the content, baby.
Tell them about the we want the content. Get the content. Doesn't matter if it's real. None of it's real.
No. Yeah.
I want to say it's a terrible idea, but there 100% there would be content there for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, yeah. I mean, on paper, gent as a career also sounds bad, but you both have done that.
Gent as a career. Wow. I mean, but
Have
like
you
I mean,
ever-
Stranger
Peripheries
things
ran
have
with that joke. Like, you got it when you got to own the gent. You know.
You gotta
Yeah.
own the gent, or it owns you.
You just gotta like admit to the
To the O's.
O's. Yeah.
Submit to the O's. The great O's.
Yeah.
The great O's.
Some
in the
bands
sky.
just take themselves way too seriously, and it's like, bro, you're a gent band, okay?
Oh, for sure.
Just own it. Just own it.
You're legally gent, bro. Calm down.
I don't think
Yeah.
anyone who takes their music too seriously is going to really be playing gent in 2023.
Bro, tell that to Meshuggah.
Well, I
Do you
mean, the
think
one
that like
band
metal,
that, like,
Do you guys think metal in general takes themselves too seriously these days?
First of all, in general, and then
in general.
General. That's a gent band name right there.
Right.
man, it's a
Yes
it's a,
and no.
It's a loaded question.
Yes
yeah.
and no, because there are a lot of metal bands that are, well, I guess you could say more metalcore or like popcore. bands that are doing the silly boy thing. You know, you got like Electric Callboy,
Yeah,
Ninja,
which is
Ninja Pizza stuff, or
Like
whatever.
your Electric Callboys and stuff like that.
They're having
that's
fun
fun.
with
So
it.
fun.
You know,
That's
it's not
awesome.
like
They're so fun.
metal,
Right.
you know, but it's
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's a strange
Maybe
thing,
it's
too,
the maybe it's the community then that is way too serious about the metal.
or too attached to. I think like when if you emotionally connect with a band, and then now you have that like place in your heart, and if anything they do is going to be like emotionally motivated now, and so they're like extra passionate in the comments and stuff too. And people are like, I don't know if I like this. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. This saved me.
It
Shit. I'm sorry.
it matters so much on what genre it is, though. Because if you look at like the more brutal genres like black metal and death metal, there's like a huge like layer of people that are like, this is serious. And it's like,
Yeah.
fair enough. But then if you go to like other genres, like maybe even hair metal or, you know, stuff that's more fun, like
But they're serious about the.
they're a little more.
I'm seriously
I'm
into
just saying the fans are like, depending on the genre, the fans are going to be drastically different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I guess it just depends on what you mean by like metal. Like, are you going more black metal, deathcore, like angry, serious stuff? Because there's a lot of the poppy side of the metal genre where I think a lot of people are embracing of the silliness and of the fun and the, you know what I mean? So
I think you're right though. Like genre wise, like I'm a huge power metal fan, and if you're a power metal fan, you never take anything seriously.
Right.
But black metal fans,
Yeah, but even in the black metal community, there's people that like, you know, are they understand like kind of the comedy that can be perceived by it.
Not true cult.
Right. Like obviously if you're like in it for the history of black metal, like that's your root, or like you just respect the culture of like from the origin, that's one thing, and you probably take it pretty seriously. But I think if you're coming into it from the outside, you probably look at it through a lens of like, this is kind of silly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's.
And they're both going to be
metal's
fans of it.
Got two very distinct,
But,
just,
yeah.
like fan bases. Like you
And
said.
I think that's how it goes for every genre.
Well, yeah, maybe a little more extreme with black metal. Like half the
for
people, like you
sure,
said, they're like,
yeah.
I like
Like
corpse
black-
paint. The other half are like, I have a felony.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I mean, I think it depends where you're looking. I think there's a lot of people that do take it very seriously, but I also think there's a lot of people that have fun with it. You know, depending on
You can't prove that.
you can't prove that, but that's just my opinion anymore. Steve, I was going to ask you this last time we were talking. Do you enjoy the content that you make anymore? Like, are you actually really having fun with it still?
you know what? Sorry, you cut out for like a couple seconds earlier, and I don't know what happened. I think
Oh.
we're good now.
Oh yeah, I just asked you I just asked a question.
Oh yeah, no, I got that part. I just wanted to make sure everything was.
Oh, you're good.
You guys
You're
are
good.
you guys are very blurry,
Oh,
but I know you guys just are like that in general.
you're also way up there in Canada too, so
That is
your
so
connection's
true.
probably not the best. You look
Everyone
great
in-
on our
everyone
You know,
in
screen.
the US is blurry in person.
nothing in Canada is as good as it is in the U.S.
Yeah, except healthcare.
and it costs way more too.
Yeah.
Yeah, also.
But,
Same kilometers,
honestly-
it's pretty fun.
I think coming up with the content I absolutely despise, but when I'm actually doing the video, I get into it and I have an absolute blast, which I think helps because I've done videos that were definitely not as fun, and you can fake it all you want, but the audience knows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. It's just about finding ideas that you can connect with and actually be like, oh, okay, this is actually a good idea, rather than just like filling a quota.
Yeah.
Like, gotta do a video a week, not super big on this idea, but I gotta do it because I don't have anything else, then that sucks.
Yeah, finding the balance when it becomes a job.
Right.
Oh, it's the worst. Yeah.
yeah, it definitely. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think we're in a time now where you don't have to push out a video every 5 seconds. Because, I mean, there are channels out there that do, like, one video a month, and they kill it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But they're like the craziest video you've ever seen.
Right.
Like an hour and a half documentary on Tetris. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
YouTube is very much like that, now, and I watch all of them.
Me too. I fall
Yeah.
asleep to that shit all the time. Like speed runs,
There's a lot of good content.
Yep.
on YouTube.
summoning salt
I know
stuff.
people keep talking about like YouTube isn't going to be here in 50 years. I'm like, dude, YouTube is just only getting better content like as time goes on and people are
It's
forced to get more
very
creative.
they are so shorts oriented right now, which I'm not super stoked about.
Yeah.
Which is odd because being that they have a monopoly on like advertisement, I don't understand why they would want to incentivize shorter content that is hard to monetize.
I think it's just it keeps people on the app longer.
Right.
Like the doom scrolling is way easier with shorts.
Well, they pay you less money too. So you get,
more content, less payout.
Right. I mean, I suppose shorts on YouTube can only go up to 30 seconds, right? Or
I
is it
think they
60
could be
seconds?
It's a minute.
Yeah.
It's a minute.
I think it's a minute. Yeah.
So if you have 500,000 views on a 60-second thing, you might make $50. Right. So they're paying much less to have people constantly.
Right.
Because when you scroll too, you sit there for like 2 hours.
Right.
And you just
God.
like lose track of all time, every
The black
video.
hole
Yeah. So it's like
YouTube.
they're
Yeah.
paying out their creators way less and still getting retention. So of course it's a good model for them. It's just boosting their numbers. You know what I mean?
That
Yeah, I mean
that actually makes a lot of sense.
it also like it
So does
can be
YouTube.
it can be good though because it can be good in a way if you use it as promotion. And so if you use your shorts to just like say we
reach
do
new people.
yeah,
Just
so it's
blow
like
out
say we
fun.
do like an hour podcast, right? And then there's a 60-second moment that was really funny, and then you use it to post to get people to come to your page. That's a really good benefit, I guess, because people can just easily click like follow from the video itself.
Honestly,
but then again, it's like, do these people come back?
That's literally what I was just gonna say, because people who watch shorts is such a different audience in general.
right.
And it's weird too because the audience almost exists just in the realm of shorts. Like you said, they don't go to the
Yes.
videos, but you'll see content from the same pages pop up, and you'll see people communicating in those like they are followers, but they don't follow the content. They're just like see it so much in the shorts that it's weird. It's like you can digest the content without like being a subscriber or even really knowing who this person is. You're just like, oh, the
Right.
funny videos. That is my algorithm now, and this
Right.
person's shit pops up all the time.
Well, it's like when you're scrolling on TikTok. How often do you actually go to the person's page?
Like never.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
like
very
one
often.
out of 1,000 if they're like talented.
Yeah, so you kind of like the video. Oh, it's that guy, it's that girl. You like it, and then you see him again. Oh, I like this person, and you like it again. But you never actually really
And you know
going
what?
to their page unless you're like a fan.
Even the followers don't make like I did a couple videos on TikTok, and I checked a couple channels. They'd have like 2 million followers, and their videos get like 5,000 views. And I'm like, okay, so the follow button is just a like button. That's good to know.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a fair way to look at it. Definitely doesn't translate like most of the apps do into like legit followers. It's more so, just like a like button. Essentially, it's a good way to look.
Well,
to put it.
yeah, it's like I said. If you're not like a super fan of the person, there's no incentive to go to their page. Because you're just
Right.
getting the best content on shorts. It's like Theo Vaughn.
Right.
I see Theo Vaughn on my TikTok all the time, like
Yes.
30-second, 60-second,
Yeah.
whatever of him in a moment. I haven't gone and liked his YouTube. I haven't followed him on TikTok. I haven't, you know what I mean?
But you're thinking about Theo Vaughn.
But I am, yeah. So it works in a promotional way, and then because of that, people talk about you, and then
Yeah.
you can get opportunities. But as far as direct, like follower to view, like actual fan ratio, like you could have a 5 million view TikTok, and then your next TikTok say, "I have merch," and get 0 sales.
Right, yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is
like inflate your numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if you were to try to promote, like, look, I got 10 billion views.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, what about your full length videos?
What about
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
on your page? It's weird, but
It's I you know what, I don't go to TikTok. I don't understand it. I feel like I'm too old for it.
That's fair. So,
Yeah.
that's why I like YouTube
That's
Shorts.
fair.
I'm like, I don't even have to open TikTok anymore. They're all on YouTube Shorts now anyway.
honestly, I'll say that
Pretty much.
Instagram Reels have been nailing it
Oh, really?
with the algorithm for me.
Nice.
It's just like everything that I find hilarious.
Dude, yeah, that is the only platform I have where like my friends send me funny videos.
Yeah.
That is like none of the other ones I ever that,
Yeah.
but Instagram, it's constant.
I've
very interesting.
I've done
Different
I've done a
markets.
couple YouTube shorts, and I've been curious to see how they would do if I uploaded them on Instagram or even TikTok, just out of curiosity.
Right. Yeah, you should. I've done that multiple times with old videos. I'll make little 30-second or 60-second edits of like the best moment or, whatever it may be. put it up, and sometimes they do really, really well, and sometimes they don't. So just like,
And you find like sometimes they do really, really well on this platform and then just nothing on another.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I always
That's
found
weird.
Twitter was the hardest for me to get a lot of interaction on. I could make one.
Yeah. I feel like Twitter a lot of times it's like it knows you're trying to be funny too. Like if
Yeah,
you're
it's
like,
like, you're not funny,
I'm putting out a
asshole.
tweet I think is funny, and it's like, nope.
Nope, we're not letting this one through,
Yeah.
bitch.
You really thought.
Well, like you'd make a post or like something on Facebook, it might get like 10,000 likes. You post the same thing on Twitter, it'd be like 20 likes.
True.
You know what I mean? And there is a follower difference. I think on Facebook I had like a million.
You can archive
But-
liked things on Twitter, right? Like if you like something, doesn't it go to like a pantheon of everything?
Oh,
you've
yeah,
liked?
yeah, yeah.
So that might be why is it you're saving it for like the really good one. You know, so like nobody wants to just
You're so
like a
concerned
casual
about people looking
'cause
at
you
your
don't want
liked
your like
videos.
thing to get flooded. You're like, this is where all my funny tweets are.
Maybe
it's like an archiving thing.
I could see that. I just wasn't saying shit that was important enough, is what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny enough.
Yeah, Facebook like archived all the things I'd like. I would have liked a lot less stuff, I think.
I've
Because it
never
doesn't really
thought
mean
of it
anything.
that
You can just like
way.
send a yeah, here you go. But yeah, on Twitter you're like, well, I don't want this in my feed. I
I've
don't want
never
to get
thought of it that
recommended.
way. That's interesting. Are you on Twitter, Steve?
I know you've always wanted to be a Twitter star, Jared.
Yeah, my dream. Well, now they're allowing video content that's monetizable.
Well, either way, you'll never be
Oh,
a Twitter
really?
star because it's X. So you're.
Oh, yeah,
you
it's
lost
X
that
now,
dream. You
sorry,
gotta
Oh,
be a
right.
Star now.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Are you on Twitter, Steve? Do you have a Twitter?
You know what? I made a Twitter. Okay, when my channel got hacked, my YouTube channel got hacked, someone was like, create a Twitter and like tag YouTube in it. So I
Just
did.
hilarious.
Oh,
That's
just
like
to do
the-
that. That's so funny.
It's
Just
like
to
when
do
you,
that,
when
I made
Yahoo
like
answers,
one
how
post.
to have YouTube help. It's that. It works
Yeah.
every time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did that and I haven't been on it since. So
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
it work?
I deleted
did,
mine.
did they see it from that?
you know what? My YouTube
Rep.
person my YouTube rep got back to me pretty quickly after. So
Oh, okay.
luckily they do take that shit pretty seriously.
Right. Yeah, they don't like the negative publicity at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They'll let you
Yeah, they took
suffer
that
in silence.
shit down so quick.
But
Yeah, I know they hacked you too. That Bitcoin is doing really well.
I'm just waiting for my check.
yeah, right.
Pump and dump.
Enable two-factor authentication, Stevie. Do it. Enable it now.
Oh my god. Yes.
Dude, I was doing some
crazy, bro.
research trying
It's
to
crazy.
look up questions I wanted to ask you, and there was a video that popped up of Glenn Fricker just like yelling at you digitally.
Call me. Well, he was like, "Do you mind if I call you a dumbass in a video?" I'm like, "I would much love if you did," and it was fantastic.
Old man yells at
And I
cloud.
really didn't deserve it too, so that was fun.
The most Canadian
Good
thing
PSA.
about that is that he asked permission to call
talk
him a
shit,
dumbass. Is it okay if I mean to you, Stevie?
Hey, buddy,
the most
mind if I call
Canadian.
you an asshole guy?
Yeah.
Guy.
Jesus.
That's what it is.
That's funny. I had a question for you. Do you view other creators as competition or other musicians as competition at this point?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah?
And I hate it. And I
Yeah?
hate it.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm sure you probably know this, but back in the day, I hated you.
Hate's a strong word. I don't.
Okay, hate is a strong word for sure, but I mean, you.
if it needs to be that deep, Stevie.
But like, you just blew by my subscriber count like it was nothing, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I feel
And
it.
like, and it wasn't until I was like, oh, maybe I just hate myself, and then I was like, oh, okay. And then that's when I accepted the Shred Wars challenge finally.
Finally. See, he was ghosting me. I knew it, dog. I called that shit. No, dude.
I was like, I've learned to not take things personal anymore. I don't know what the hell was. I just had to get over myself, really.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, to be fair, you weren't uploading that much back then.
No.
That's the thing,
And that's
too.
the thing. I look back, like you were doing the grind, and I was doing like a video a month.
Yeah.
Which at that time was like nothing.
That's literally all it was. I was just putting in a lot of hours, you know what I mean, to like take off essentially. So if you would have been doing that at the same time, you would have blown up just as You know what I mean? But you also have been more like way more consistent than I have. Like, because I went hard for like 5 or 6 years, but then the last like 2-3 years, it's been like, oh, something here, maybe something there. Like, I'm always working on something, but it's not so much like the YouTube something. It's just like some musical something that I'm excited to do or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of it too is you guys are just like in the same realm of content as well, and like I don't know. Is it,
I'm sorry, I didn't get like the past 30 seconds of anything that happened. The thing just froze.
It's okay. Jared was just fangirling about hentai, so it's fine. We don't need to get into. We can just cut that part out.
Mood.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, you guys are in the same like field of content creation, so it can feel a lot more like personal, like where you're like, that's what I do. And then as we get older in the content creation sphere, I think one of the healthy things is we all realize is that there's enough views to go around. But like when you're growing, you're like,
and like working together.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like working together actually benefited both. So.
So if you got any beefs out there, squash them and collab.
Dude. I mean, hey, I built my old channel on collabing. That's all I've ever done.
And beef squash.
Yeah.
And beef squash. Yes, and beef squash.
Can't forget
I don't know how you talk to everyone. Like you do these shred collabs with everyone. I've talked to 2 people in my life.
He just tweeted at Team YouTube. I was like, can you get in contact with these people?
At Team
I need
YouTube,
phone numbers.
Please help me. No, I don't know. I mean, it can be a lot. Like the last Shred collab was a lot. There was 70 people on that one. That was a lot for sure. Typically,
and you did a lot of lead up into it too, like the contest to get into it, which was brilliant. But those guys were so astronomically more talented than us.
Oh, it's crazy, yeah. And the crazy thing is, I did that competition or contest because there's so many good players out there that I do not know at all, and they're like just these young kids, 18, 20, whatever, and they are just insane. So it was like, okay, if I want to add some people who are actually sick, then I need to make a post about it and try and like find out who they are, essentially. So that was a lot of fun. That was
like
a lot.
How many people like applied to it? You must have been watching guitar videos for a month straight.
He's still watching it.
Yeah. I already have enough for the next 3 years, bro.
Probably.
I think it was like close to 1,000 submissions.
Oh my god. Could you possibly watch all of them, or was it a thing where you like open one, and if it didn't catch your attention in like 5 seconds, you're like, I have to move on, kind of thing?
I mean, there's like an obvious where if the video opens and you hear the first note and it's like the most like
out of tune. Right, it's like, a raw phone audio.
It's a raw phone audio. You can tell just by how they're playing it. They don't know how to play it. I'll watch 5-10 seconds. I'll be like, okay, well, this, obviously isn't on par. Like, thank you for sending it, but, keep.
And then he sends them to me for videos.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I think it was like 1,000. I watched all of them. It took me 3 days straight, I think, doing like 8-hour-ish days, 6 to 8 hours a day. It took about 3 hours, or 3 days, I mean. It was fun, though. It was fun. I actually really enjoyed doing content like that, which I used to do a lot of, where it was like, send me a guitar solo or a drum beat or whatever. I'm going to splice it into a video with 50 other people, and that'd be fun, and having people, because I actually really like sitting there and watching. Because I'll like get like into it and be like, oh, that's a nice couch. Like what kind of amps are you using? Oh, that's cool. Where is this
like
person?
Dissociating, just looking at the background.
No, yeah, 100%.
Like,
like it's literally entertainment for me. It's just like I get so like, oh, that's a sick amp. Oh, he's got that kind of cable. Oh, interesting. He uses that kind of pick, And then you'll get the ones where they go like super intense with it, and it looks like 4K and beautiful, and it's like, oh, that was really nice. And then you get the ones
too professional.
That are like,
click off.
Yeah. And you get the ones that are like 140p, and you're just like, oh, now this is fucking gold.
It's like
dude.
the best audio ever.
Yeah, it's like the kid that rips, but you can't hear anything. It's all just.
That'd be so good with some intonation, bro.
Yeah, if I could hear what you're doing, that would be sick. I actually want to do more content like that. I had an idea for one that would be having people record like a 60-second little video if they have any really, really vintage amps. Or like vintage, like specifically amps, like an amp from the 50s or the 60s, just and have them mic it up and play it, and just like listen to all these different amps or whatever. I think would be super cool.
That's kind of what I always pictured you would do with your channel. I'm like, I think at some point Jared's gonna do like a Battle of the Bands type thing, or like an American Idol, but for like gent or something.
Gent.
You will literally create a gent band that will be signed. Like, this could even be a collab with, like, a record label where you can find the next big gent band and actually make it good.
So we thought about that exact thing. Not specifically gent, but, like, in the metal genre.
Okay, yeah.
Essentially producing a band for content instead of, as a label would say, oh, we get 90% of your money for 3 years. We would do it and then use the footage for content to, like, make the money back, for like flying them out, recording a song with them, with a big producer, and having like this little thing or whatever. So we have thought about doing stuff like that. It's just literally like having the team, having the location, having the time, having the funds to fly people. Even like the mansion thing that we just did was, 3 or 4 years in the making, but it took me like 6 months of strong planning to actually get that to happen. So it's just a lot, but I love doing that kind of shit. Like, it's so much fun. The more people in the room, the better for me. I love it. Just the energy of
that is the natural progression for your channel then.
I think, but I don't think it's much of a progression because I've always done that. And my content has always been collaborative in one way or another. Like, I'll have Austin on like skits all the time. I'll have 5 or 6 people. Shred Wars I started in 2014, 2015 doing collabs. I collabed with, Rob Scallon and Fluff initially a lot, the time. So and like even before that in the recording studio I had for years, you're always working with other musicians. You know what I mean? You're always doing that. So music has always been a very, hey, what's up, guys, thing for me.
First day I met you, walked in, you went, hey, what's up, guys? And I was like, this is going to be a lifelong friendship.
I mean, like, the Brotherhood songs are a series I did way before YouTube. That was like 2011, 2010 even, where I would get like as many local vocalists possible. They would come to the studio on one day, and we would record like 30 or 40 vocalists on one song, and then I would mix the song down, and it would just be released as like, oh, a Brotherhood song or whatever.
That would be sick.
It was a cool way to like bring the scene together, also to like hang out with each other. And we did like 5 or 6 of them.
It was 6, yeah.
And that was like way before any YouTube stuff happened. I was doing that kind of shit. So
it's time to bring that back. That I feel like that would be very current too. Like that's an idea that would work.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard riding that line of current and overplayed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it comes to content for me, it's either like, okay, am I just jumping on a trend because it's current? Is it something I actually want to do? Or is it already been done like 1,000 times, like over the last 6 months or something?
Well, the good thing is like in the metal niche, nothing like that is, no one's really doing anything like that. And content nowadays is so like quick, like fast. No one does stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I still have those videos on my YouTube.
In full 480p?
In full 480p, yeah. So they're still there. Like, I definitely did them already. I did 5 or 6 videos. I don't remember. It's 5 or 6. I think it's 6. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're actually on your channel?
No, yeah, they're there.
Oh no! Oh wait,
the first one doesn't even have videos.
The first
audio
one,
file.
Yeah, the first one was before I was ever doing YouTube, so I literally just had the audio.
It was like I think it was when you had your band page was your YouTube channel. They Charge Like Warriors.
Yeah, that was 2009, 2010, back when Stand Up and Scream was.
That was I forgot your YouTube plaque.
Yeah,
the 100,000 subscribers said they charge like warriors.
Yeah,
it was your URL.
It was my old band
it doesn't
YouTube.
even say DickeyDines, and then your million. You had to say Rob Scallon.
That's why if you go on my YouTube channel, still the first video is a They Charge Like Warriors song.
Oh, because it's still your URL.
It's still there.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, the Rob Scallon plaque, that was fun. I wish he would have thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, he seemed pretty mad.
You know what? You know what I picture?
I don't think he was mad.
You know what I picture is going to happen with Rob Scallon?
What?
I think History Channel is going to pick him up to do like old instruments and like international instruments or something.
He could like work for like National Geographic musical section or something.
I thought you were going to say for oldest man.
Something like that.
No, yeah, dude, he kills
very
it.
random.
He kills it with those videos. Like
he
just
does.
playing,
and they're
whatever.
like once every year.
No, he does more than that. I think he does like one a month. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he was doing like the scarce videos. I'm not sure what his schedule is anymore.
It's like one a month or one like sometimes 2 a month, sometimes one every 2 months. But he's for the videos.
But they're like
he puts,
hour long.
I was gonna say for the videos he puts out and the work that has to go into all of it. I mean, that's fair. Like you're traveling, you have a crew with you, you have to film, you have to edit. You know, that shit takes time if you want to do it really nice. So
You know what? I think he was too smart to accept the memeage of the internet like we accepted it, you know?
Well, another thing is he was on YouTube for like
Oh god.
for like 10 years or something, or like 5-6 years before I started doing YouTube. And so for him, he was like, this is just what I do. And then I came along and made a meme out of a ton of shit and just had fun and like the gent thing, which he did, you know, willingly sign up for. But I don't think he saw it as like, oh, I'm just a funny gent guy now. I think he saw it as like, this content is fun. When I'm done with it, I will move on.
Right,
Which
doesn't
is
want
totally
to be
fine.
known as that.
Yeah, sure. I never wanted to be known as the 10 Styles guy. You know what I mean? Like the first video I did that blew up, right? Like you never want to be known for just that.
I used to walk around with a T-shirt that said, I am the 10 Styles. What are you talking about?
Don't out me like that, bro.
I know it was your dream.
Have you seen the 10 Styles guy? It's me.
Just a picture of you.
10 Styles guy, Anthony Vincent wants to have a chat.
Yeah. No, yeah. He's a 10 seconds guy. A little different.
Okay, that's true.
Very similar, but a little
Which was
different.
a nickname that was not given by himself.
Yeah, he did. The origin of that nickname, we
fair.
shall leave classified.
To the ether.
You've done stuff with Anthony, right? 10-second songs?
Anytime I need like a singer, I go to him because he's like, yup, and then he'll be
he's
What
done.
style
Like,
do you need?
Yeah.
and that's the other thing. It's like, no matter what style I want, he can do it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
also, I think he likes it because a lot of times I'm like, just be you.
Yeah.
Which is all he ever wants,
Right.
is like to be himself. After all the viral singing like someone else, he actually wants to be known as a good singer himself.
Yeah. It's funny. I've been watching Anthony's videos for so long, and I actually don't know how he sounds like.
What his actual voice
Because
sounds like.
all he does are covers.
Have you seen his original stuff he's been doing on Instagram? Like short songs?
Vaguely.
He's been killing it with the like
That's got a lot of
inspirational
his-
metal songs.
Yeah,
Hell
exactly. Yeah, where it's like, you look good today songs, or
Yeah.
like, have you ate food today?
Have you
Like,
been working out?
Things that would like do really well on like Instagram and Facebook, but he does his like own this thing there. So it's nice to hear him again, like you were saying. It's been a while of like, oh yeah, Anthony's fucking just got a nice ass voice.
It's definitely a market for it. The feel good, take care of yourself Instagram
Everybody
reels.
likes to feel good.
The metal feel
And
good.
no one's done it in metal, so it works.
Yeah. Right.
Didn't you do deathcore but happy?
Yeah, you did do that. I was going to say anything
Oh, that was like probably my third video that actually did well.
Yeah.
Was that in the artery era?
Yes, or maybe even pre-artery era.
Damn.
And everyone was just like, happy deathcore literally just sounds like Between the Buried and Me.
That's a good point.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, you've just created progressive metal.
Dude, that's
Right.
funny. We both had an artery era. That's
Yeah,
really
you know,
funny.
they went like they asked me to do videos for them, which I was like didn't do.
Same,
I know you
yeah.
did some videos with them though.
I did one video for them, and then after that I
Oh,
said
okay.
no. Yeah.
Yeah, because
You're like, I'm doing the work. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get the
no, they
views for
didn't.
myself.
Yeah, you didn't get like any benefits. They just were like, here's a discount for a hoodie. It's like,
Yeah, no, that was
Greg
We Are
Long.
Triumphant.
That's
No.
right. That's right.
Yeah, dude.
That was a sick hoodie though.
make us
Come
a
on.
video, and here's a hoodie, but you have to pay for it yourself.
Yeah, it's like that,
But
that
wear our brand and do a video
all of
for
your
the
ad
page.
revenue, I give you one hoodie.
Whatever.
Oh
least with
man,
Artery,
some
I got
companies were
free stuff.
some companies were really quick to be like, okay, internet's a thing. Let's make these people do something because they're hot right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And at the time, we were like, free stuff? You want to send me free stuff?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll do it.
Right. We didn't have that like, oh, they're getting something out of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what every label wants you.
Which is what every
They
exactly.
can smell the innocence on you.
That's,
Some things never change.
Yeah.
You seem a little eager, boy. Come here.
Give me all of your
Money, get all your views.
We lock you in for 5 videos. We get all the ad revenue, and you get to go fuck yourself.
And
exposure.
I still didn't make a penny off the album I did.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
Was that for Artery?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And that's your one album, right? Like that's like the.
That's like the only. I mean, I've done like singles here and there,
Right,
but like that
but
was
the
my
full
only
length.
album. Yeah. And you know
Damn,
what?
that's
My
fucked
singing
up.
was so terrible, I can't even listen to it.
You're like, I'm glad they kept the revenue.
I was about to say maybe
I
that's
don't
why
have
they
to
didn't
feel
pay
bad
you.
about it. You can just say
Yeah.
it was how you got out of the contract.
like, well-
it was your throwaway album.
Well, Stevie, you didn't make any money on the sales, so you don't get any money. That's how it works.
You know what?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard horror stories about people owing record labels, so I'm like, I think
Yeah.
I got out scot-free there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, honestly, it's crazy that the good thing was that you just gave them one album. Like that's
Yeah.
the win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it like an actual
Well, I mean, at that time too, they were definitely testing the waters of like what an internet personality could do in terms of like album sales. So they
Right.
didn't want to sign for any more than one album either.
Right.
So
Testing the waters.
So you did actually.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a hey, you want to do this. It was like nope, sign name, doing the thing under label.
oh yeah, no, it was the whole contract and all that. Yeah.
Did you have an MGK listening party when you got on the tables and jumped around to your gent?
Oh, there was so much drugs.
I could see that,
Fretboards laced
dude.
with coke.
I could see that. Big Nick nerd does coke.
I'm doing Pepsi right now.
Hell yeah. What moment in your career have you felt the most badass?
Oh my god, badass.
Yeah, like when
That
you
is
were
an
like
interesting.
when you were like really feeling yourself over something.
That is such a good question. Like badass?
Yeah, what makes Steve feel like he's a badass?
I mean,
Probably that time you kick flipped over that grizzly bear, yeah?
I'm not Russian. No, this is probably someone else.
Oh, it was a deep
A deep fake Stevie T.
I don't probably around my whole Dragon Force era.
Okay. Do you ever look back on that and regret not doing more with Dragon Force?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I at least could have done the 2-week-long tour. I didn't have to join the band,
Right.
but I mean, just to be like accepted by a like famous band was pretty cool.
Of course, yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure you must have felt the same way when Trivium was like, "You should probably come play with us."
Oh yeah, it's a great
Like,
feeling.
excuse me?
100%. Yeah, I was just wondering if like that's something that looking back on, you're like, damn, wish I would have done that. Or if it's something.
Oh yeah,
where you-
definitely.
Yeah.
And I remember you tried to talk me into it as well. You were like, "The Trivium thing was pretty sick. You should probably," and you were like, "This will make the music industry take you seriously," which is something I also regret because, you know.
Does that bother you? Maybe do you feel that people don't respect you or take you seriously?
It's hard to say it bothers me because like I probably would have made less money if I was a serious musician.
It's a great point.
fucking valid. That's a great
Point,
Damn.
yeah. Can't argue with that. Damn.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
have
but
any
at the
issues,
same
you can talk
time,
to
it's
the
like,
algorithm.
yeah. Oh God, the algorithms. Don't even get me started.
Take a number. File a complaint.
Yeah.
In terms of badass, though, I don't think I've ever felt badass.
What about revealing
That's
the
just a
McLaren?
feeling
That's
I
gotta
have
feel
never
kinda
felt.
badass.
Okay, driving the
That's pretty
McLaren feels
badass.
like a badass for sure.
Yeah.
Seeing your mom close her eyes in fear has probably felt pretty badass. When you
Slow down, Steve. Slow down. You took your mom for a
that
spin,
was-
right? That was like the first thing you did?
I did, yeah, 100%. And she hates acceleration, and I'm like, well,
brace yourself.
Well, good thing I got the car that accelerates a lot.
You want to know? You want to know something funny?
Yes.
A kid I went to school with, he did well in real estate, and he has a Lambo.
That is
So he was like, "We should go for a cruise." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So we went
yeah.
for a cruise, and we
That's pretty
stopped at a gas station, and a group of girls walked up to him and were hitting on him, and I'm like, "Wow." This is going straight back to school.
Damn,
All
bro.
the girls are going to the cool kid. And I'm sitting there with a McLaren. It's like, some people are just never cool.
busted out the whammy.
It's like I thought for sure with the McLaren that I would get the girls.
Yep, no, the hot guy in the Lamborghini. that's the key.
Wins
That's
every
crazy,
time.
bro.
I had a nickel, bro.
Now, see, if he
I
was
had-
cool though, he would have been like, "Hey, check out. This is my friend Steve. Check him out."
You know what?
like-
He is totally like that too. And I'm like, but he was the cool kid in school. Like he was smart, athletic. So I'm like,
baked in.
what are you talking about? You're the cool kid.
Yeah.
All the girls came up and he did a backflip. Dude, chill.
So you're saying I'm coming on too strong, perhaps?
We'll have to follow you around for a few days and see. I don't know. Does Stevie T come on too strong? That's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have yelled at them, you know?
That's just your voice, though. That's just how you talk.
Get the fuck away from my friends.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
I don't know why they're not interested.
Yeah.
Scream at them.
Yeah.
Ladies.
That's always a great first impression.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Y'all ever seen a moose before?
Yeah. I will
Damn.
say though, my YouTube demographic used to be, I don't know what your demographic was, but mine used to be 98% male.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like literally 30% female. It used to be 2%.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
What a boost. That's
You
crazy.
think that's because of all the toddlers watching on their mom's iPads?
Oh my God, I never even considered that. For a while, I
Cocomelon
literally
mommies.
thought girls were finally into me, and you just ruined my dreams.
Yeah, you gotta look up the ages of those demographics. It's like, are they 40 or are they much younger? Damn.
It's crazy, dude.
Hey,
like,
that's
I feel like my audience right now is so young, and I have no idea how that happened.
Well,
Are you seeing this too?
I mean, my audience has always been typically
My
18.
audience.
What is it? 18 to 24, and then like 24 to like 36 or something.
Yeah.
Mine's
Say any
always
number.
Mine's always been there, but also
Yeah.
you have to figure that when kids are signing up to YouTube, they could be 11. They're not going to say they're 11. They're going to say they're 18. So it's like,
That's true.
unless their parents are watching their phone, which they're not. It's like most of, even if they're young, they're going to show up probably as 18 or whatever, right? Or 12 to 18. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't know. I think for you it makes sense because you do a lot of like really silly content, or like you're like big faces and you're like
You're saying I'm childish. Are you saying I'm childish?
I think you have a childlike aura, is what it is.
That's fair. That's probably why the women don't like me.
A childlike aura. I saw one of those ghost shows where they're like, "There's a childlike presence." In this
Nope, just me.
the ghost of Stevie T.
Such a childish aura.
Wild.
No, like for me, like when I would be playing guitar, I'd be making silly faces and like, you know, doing stuff that like a lot of kids would be like, you know. So it's like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
Classic kid movie.
But then if I'm like talking, you know, I'm saying shit and damn, and you know, I'm just like me,
Yeah,
right?
and drinking. Yeah.
Just chilling and hanging out. But so I don't know. I could see your content like being a younger audience,
That's
but
fair.
I wouldn't say it's
And
it's much younger than like mine used to be. You know,
I think it also, I found a niche with like misheard lyrics and things like that, which those videos are very, very childish aura.
yeah. Well, and you do a lot of like SpongeBob. That's like very
Yeah.
kids like. And you did like a Blippy thing, right? I think at one point.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So I mean, stuff like that is obviously going to be like kids, right?
That's
That
true.
are-
And you know what? I
Skinny
only
toilet
did it
too.
as
I
a
also watch
parody.
SpongeBob. Just saying. I also watch SpongeBob. Not Blippy, but SpongeBob. I do.
I saw you clearing your history.
Yeah, no,
earlier.
Blippi's a
Rule
little
34
much.
SpongeBob.
Although I'm not even gonna lie, I am considering pursuing like actually trying to be Blippy for like one episode,
Oh wow!
just
That'd
so
be
my
funny.
nieces can say it.
Oh, you make them proud.
That's some flexing.
Yeah.
Some street cred.
That's so funny.
Some street cred. Yeah.
Stevie T with all of his fans and everything, he still just wants to flex on his on his family.
Make the peeps
Make
happy.
the peeps happy. I love
Yeah,
that.
do it for the ones you love, right?
Dude, yeah. Stay true to yourself. That's what it's about.
Oh, that you know what? That's literally why I like scaled back my content a little bit. I was like, I was literally spending zero time with my nieces,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Like they're growing too
So I'm-
fast. I'm missing.
Yeah.
for real. Like,
100%. For sure. Well, you got to live life. That's kind of where I'm at too, you know?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
you dig your feet in and you go hard for, 10 years. And then at some point you kind of look up and you're like, I've missed a lot of life that is really cool. And I should probably like balance this out. Because at that point you're kind of allowed the luxury, right? You can rest on your
Right.
laurels
It's
a
kinda
little
like-
bit more. Like
it's
you're not super stressing it. So you're like, all right, I'm still going to do the thing. Hopefully, because you also still love to do the thing, but you can take that time. You can
Right, exactly, yeah.
You can have a little break
So,
in between.
trying to find out what to do. Like, what do people do in life?
That's one thing that I've asked myself. Where I'm like, okay, so if I wasn't doing this, what am I good at?
I
Right,
dig
right.
big holes sometimes when I'm sad.
Yeah, dig big holes.
Go backyard, dig big holes.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Fill
I
them back
don't.
in.
I don't have many talents. I never went to college. It's kind of like,
Oh yeah,
the music works or it doesn't. Like I've been doing music for 20 years since I was like 13. Obviously not as a job, but I've been playing since I was 13 and just loved music. So it's like 20 years of doing something. Now at 33, it's like what else is there? You gotta go learn a trade.
is this our like? Is this our midlife crisis?
It's like yeah, the podcast is a midlife crisis. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, the midlife pod Christ.
Oh man, yeah.
But
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. We're still trying to figure that one out. But like, I'm into like doing fun stuff now. Still trying to figure out what that is. Like,
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what fun is.
I play like Diablo 4 with my buddy. I didn't play video games for like 10 years.
Damn, bro, you didn't even add me.
Played in 10
Oh
years,
yeah, you
dude.
do play that.
That shit hurt. See, he even knew it. He said, "Oh yeah, you do."
I did. Yeah,
tried.
but I don't have an account. My account is on his PlayStation.
Dude, he just downloaded Reaper for the first time. Give him a break.
Why is your account? Why is your account on your buddy's PlayStation?
Cause like he's got the game. I go to his house to play it. Like I don't have these luxuries, Jared.
Damn.
I
He
don't
has a
have the
McLaren.
Diablo 4s.
He has a McLaren and he doesn't have his own version of Diablo 4.
Hey, bro, insurance go crazy on that McLaren. Get off a man's back.
Recording with a fucking Scarlet. God.
Scarlet's. You know what though? It works. Okay, well today was the first day it didn't work.
Yeah, it works until it doesn't, which is 2
It
weeks
works.
after you buy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were saying a beaver chewed through the cord or something?
Yeah, it was actually a moose just like came up and just like bucked my entire laptop.
A moose comedically just unplugged the power on your house.
God.
It's tough up here in Canada, man.
It's real. Those damn wild animals
Yeah.
turning off power.
So this kind of goes into my next question is
What moose tastes like?
what do moose taste like? No, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Are you still going to be making content or
Maybe come to
do you have a plan, a 10-year plan? When Stevie
you
T's
ask me this-
45, what's he doing?
Oh my!
halfway to 7.
I will be 45 in 10. I don't like that.
Yeah, what's Stevie doing when he's 45? Is he still making YouTube videos? What's going on?
So if you had asked me this question like 2 years ago, I would have been like, oh, 100% yeah. But literally now I have no clue.
He's going to retire
I mean,
early and drive the McLaren?
There are times when I'm literally like, I might just retire.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, then what? Get bored after a month and come right back to it.
Invest in stonks.
Right.
Learn,
Stonks. Yeah.
learn how to kickflip.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my dad's kind of the financial advisor guy, so he does the stonk stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Good man.
But
Yeah, I mean, I guess
God,
if finances aren't an issue, if that's not like a concern at like 45 for
Right.
like what are you doing, you know? Like
Well,
how are
that's
you
the thing,
spending your
'cause-
time?
I know 100% I will just start doing videos again.
Yeah.
It will go back to my original passion, and it'll be like, oh yeah, this is part of me.
Yeah.
I think Lil Wayne's been making some music recently. You could probably
Oh my god.
The Little Wayne song.
By the way, everyone thinks your cameo in my newest video was intentional.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I literally called him to ask him when are we doing like a Jared Steve week.
Oh, that's funny.
Like where I fly up to Canada and when we do like a week of content. And I was just calling him to like ask him,
That's so funny.
and he
It's
was
in the video.
filming while I called, and he's like, "Oh, you want to be in a video?" And I was like, "Sure, I guess." And it was the Lil Wayne video.
Oh, that's too
so I got to
funny.
listen to that beautiful
I didn't even
masterpiece.
know that.
So that was fun. Yeah, it's good to it's nice to hear someone make progress over on guitar after a decade, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's hope.
That's
There's hope,
crazy.
Oh my god. You should contact him to be like part of the next like big shred collab.
Yeah, I bet if hit up Team YouTube on Twitter.
Yeah,
Well, I
Team
mean, look,
YouTube
look.
on Twitter.
Can you please get me in contact with Lil
K-Mac
Wayne?
used to be the comic relief. You need a new comic relief guy.
I know, dude. I try to get K-Mac every time. And
What
he
happened to where is he?
He
What
came
happened
back
to-
and did a few video like songs that he posted. He's been posting some stuff recently, but man, like I ask him and he'll usually say yes, and then like come time, it's just like, nah, man, I can't do it. Like I'm sorry, and I'm just like, all right, dude, no worries, but like
All I know is that
my fans need to laugh.
every big dude I've met that loves Gent is absurdly depressed.
Yes, yes.
So I'm sure that has something.
Is that
to
why
do-
Steve is so? Is that why he's so happy? It's because he's tiny.
Yeah, because he gets depressed and he's like, at least I'm skinny. At
Steve, how much do you
least I
weigh?
could get jacked.
Bud, I actually like gained at least 20 pounds since last year.
No way.
If you
Yeah.
you can believe that.
Did it
The,
go?
the dealership made him do that before he could buy the car.
Yeah, did it all go into your cock?
That's right.
You have to squat 220 under parallel.
Jeez. Now, what do you weigh? Well, you're what? Like
No,
one-
I'm too skinny to be a K-Mac fan, but I'm working up to it.
You're like 160. You gotta be right. 160, 165.
No, probably 150 by now. I was 130 last year.
150
wow.
kilometers,
Yeah.
or what are we doing? Wait.
Yeah. Yes, no, I'm 70 pounds American. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know what the conversion is today, but
Yeah, the rate changes every week.
oh my god.
Next question. Have you ever actually picked up a pancake?
No, not
Whoa.
with hand, not with my hand or a flipper for that matter.
Wow, the
Did you just use
truth
the
comes
pan,
out.
or how did you pick it up? With a fork, maybe?
I've picked them up with a fork.
Have you ever just held like a straight pancake in your hand, like a fully cooked one?
That makes sense because I played guitar with a fork. So
Why does that make sense to what he just said?
because guitar translates to
To pancake.
pancake, which is about gent, which is a guitar. So it's kind of like it all.
It's all connected.
Oh my god. Yeah, we need to do a Jared.
It's all
Stevie
about the memes.
week. Oh yeah, 100%.
What are your thoughts on
Yes,
Crimea?
that's got to happen soon because winter occurs here.
I think it's winter is coming is the
So-
quote.
That winter is coming. Yeah,
You said it
I don't know
right.
if you know this, but Game of Thrones is actually based on Canada.
It's based on Canada.
What does that mean?
That's right.
It's because of winter.
Canadian winter. Yeah.
I was like, wait, did they film it there?
I thought you were going to drop some lore, and I was like, oh no, it's a joke that went over my head.
Just the winter scenes.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, I actually,
funny.
you know what? If anything, I might like vacation somewhere tropical because like I am almost done with winter.
So you are gonna leave your house?
I may have
Gotcha.
to just because I'm done with it.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
It gets depressing around here too. It rains all the time.
I was gonna say
Sucks.
you get winters, but it just gets wet there. You guys just get
We
wet.
just get wet, dude. Nothing else to do. We just sit around and get wet.
Yeah, I was gonna say that didn't come out well at all.
It's all damp down here.
It's all damp.
It's so damp. I was there, and it really was.
Oh yeah, all the time. Pretty much from fall till the beginning of summer. Just rain
God.
all the time. Yeah, it's great if you're gonna film The Crow. That's about it.
Are they filming it there?
No, I'm just saying,
Crow?
like, I'm sure.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say because like there's the new show right that they're doing with.
Oh, are they? I didn't know that.
yeah,
Yeah,
what's
with
the guy?
let's
Freaking
go.
Pennywise.
Yeah, it's Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about The Crow, like the old Brandon Lee movie.
Yeah, they're remaking it.
Yeah.
With Pennywise?
Not with no, the guy who played Pennywise.
Bill
It's Bill
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
It's like
That's
The
what-
Crow
okay, I
and
thought-
Pennywise.
that was just
That's
a pure
not canon,
coincidence.
dude.
What's a quote from The Crow I want to do? Hiya, Georgie.
Oh, my favorite quote from The Crow.
Mine is, that wasn't a blank. That was my favorite quote.
Dude. Too soon, bro. Too
No, it's in honor of. It's not too soon.
Oh my god.
Oh, you wait at least 10 years. Yeah, it's been way more than that.
Yeah. That's where they say the line. Can't rain all the time.
Who's gonna get mad? His dad?
God damn, bro. Okay, time to wrap
This
this
is why
up.
I can't do. This is why I don't do like live shows because I'm like I'm going to say something accidentally that is going to offend a group of people, and I'm.
Oh, it's what we do all the time. That's literally our whole show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, if
Yeah,
it's
you
your
get the
thing, then
pass.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just say you nervous laugh. Nobody will get upset at you.
They made
I didn't really think it was funny.
I promise.
It was a trauma response.
All right, Steve. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. We need to have more
Yep.
of these hangs, even if we're not recording it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll get back to you on like you coming up here and us just doing whatever OnlyFans content.
It's what the fans want, right?
Yep.
Only the fans want it.
Who wants Stevie
No one
T's
else
D
wants it.
on OnlyFans?
And, oh yes, and we have to
Brand.
start coming up with treatments for the Stevie D show.
Bro,
Yeah.
that can be an OnlyFans
Exclusive.
Exclusive. Yeah.
They
You
can
guys should
start
put-
a streaming service,
Yep.
and we'll be the first episode.
And start a
wants
streaming
to-
service on OnlyFans?
Yeah, like OnlyFans start a streaming service.
Okay. Do they not already have live streaming?
Well, not
capabilities?
live stream. I mean, like Netflix.
Oh,
Then there will be a show, and then it will be a show
this is
sponsored by
Pornhub. This is
OnlyFans.
Pornhub now.
Pretty much, yeah. No, we'll do
Stevie, so
the
we'll lock
show.
in for 5-year contract to our Pornhub idea.
Yeah, it's fully
Where do I sign?
uncensored reality TV. That's all it is.
If you check your artery clause, you actually already did sign.
No statute
It's a
of
lifetime
limitations.
contract.
Yeah. All right, Steve.
Oh,
I love you,
God,
bro. It's good to hang
Love
out
you
with
guys
you.
as well. It was
Yeah,
so
thanks
nice
for
to
being
like
here, man.
catch up.
Of course,
Appreciate
of course.
you giving us your time.
Thank you so much. You have.
I appreciate you. I'm back to editing, so
Yes, sir.
Fair.
Have a
Yep.
valiant evening, good sir. I'll talk to you soon.
you as well.
All right.
Bye.
See you later, dude.
It's time for the after show.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching that podcast with Stevie T. And now we're going to do a little segment we like to call the after show, where we interact with our patrons.
I thought this was the part where I ask you all the questions I had for Steve, and you get to answer them.
You do. Part 2, you'll do all the talking. All right, so we want to let's see. Let me open up Patreon here. Also, if you want to interact with us and have a spot in the after show where we answer your questions and comments, read your comments, you can follow our Patreon in the link below, and we'd really appreciate that. So I left a post on the Patreon,
Let's go.
and I asked if they have any questions or comments,
Well, did they?
and they did.
They all just put slurs. And you're like,
They all
what the fuck? These are questions.
All right, so Luke asks, will there be reviews or personal opinions ever given on certain dramas within the metal community? If not, that's totally understandable. Just didn't know if there would be content regarding the recentish plethora of accusations against musicians. To no one's surprise, mostly deathcore vocalists.
Yeah, who would have thought the genre with the most misogynistic lyrics was bad
For
against women?
real. For real.
Yeah, these dudes have whore to a chainsaw tattooed onto them. And they're like, he was bad.
Yeah, how is he bad?
Crazy, that's the lyric that
I'm
stuck
not
out.
against giving opinions on stuff like
yeah.
that.
I think it just depends on like what it topically when we get it. Like, you know, we're new to the podcast, and so we haven't had like run out of we have so much, we've just been talking about so much, so it's like if it slips in, then absolutely it would be, I don't think we'll have like in political news this week in Deathcore, but I think if it pops up like, bro, did you hear about the thing? And then, we absolutely could talk about it, but I don't think we're gonna like go out of our way to like watch to be like who's canceled. But I'm not afraid to give my opinion on literally anything, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Dustin Deegs says, I think I speak for everyone. Dining with Dickie comeback on the horizon.
What about dining with Deegs?
We could dine with Deegs. Invite us over for dinner.
Yeah, I still think it'd be... I have still had the idea of... like, because I actually know how to cook now. If I just made meals and cook, like, and made like filmed it at my house and then like drove to you and brought you a dish, and then we'd have like a reveal at the end. And there was just like always a POV of me driving with the dish to you, and I'd bring it over, and then I'd have you try it, and then that would be like the end. It was basically like how we used to do it, but it's a lot more. It has a cohesion or like a storyboard to it. It's not just like improv depravity. It's like it actually would be like a legit recipe I have, but I'm also being funny and silly and
Dining with Dickie, sponsored by Uber Eats.
Exactly. Yeah, but if you guys are into that idea,
that'd be cool.
I would be down to bring it back because like I said, I cook every day.
I do have a smoker at my house. And a flat top grill.
Oh shit!
Oh, for filming purpose. Okay,
yeah, sure. We can do a smoker, flat top grill.
I got a black top griddle.
Damn, so I'm gonna be eating good, is what you're saying? Yeah, these need to come back 100%.
Okay.
Then if
I'm gonna make you my pork belly burn ends.
Hell yeah! All right, Axel's dad or Axel is dead.
I prefer axolotl.
I think it's Axel is dead. It says, I just want a Dark Watch show in Florida, bro.
Yeah, me too, man. That'd be cool. I actually had a great time in Florida when we were there on American Safari Tour.
Yeah.
I didn't get to play there, but it was a fun time. That was the first place I've ever been to where it was in like a deep city, like there's shops everywhere and restaurants, and there was just wild chickens, like just in the street. And I was like, this is hilarious. I don't know. Like, this is just seems so funny for like nobody's batting an eye. It's just like, oh, what do you mean? There's chickens here. Like, since when, dude?
That's the same with Cayman. There's just chickens everywhere. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, like
the
free
island's
range
just
chickens.
Plentiful chickens. It's beautiful.
Tristan Schultz says, will you guys ever bring back story gaming?
I would be down. It's just I don't know. That's a tricky one because we got to really think about the stories because it's hard to remember which stories we've told on here before.
Right, we've told a lot.
It is, I think, marginally better when we have a guest so that like one person can play while two people talk, because it is very difficult to play a game. And also, too, we picked like the hardest fucking game.
Like Smash.
Yeah, we're playing Smash, we're playing Lovers in Dangerous Time Space, Cuphead, and we're like, so anyway, I was... It's like the hardest thing to like, what was I even talking about, dude?
Yeah.
I was the most stressful shit about story game. And I was like, is it my turn to talk? Because I can't stop thinking about this fucking bean lady.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to game and think at the same
Game
time.
and Islands.
So yeah, maybe, I guess, is the answer. Tristan also says, also, I think it'd be sick to see some of the homies come back like Tony, Chad, and Vince.
Dude, I've been getting a lot of comments about people wanting Vince back lately.
Yeah, I think Vince we could easily do.
And the jump scare of him being shaved man now.
Oh yeah, he
would
cut
be
his hair.
Unreal. I was like we should just the video should just open with a just close up of Vince. And like, who is this man?
Who is that guy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, he cut all his hair off. He looks totally different. He looks good.
Yeah, he looks good.
But he looks different.
Like you ever seen? Well, that's gonna just sound mean, but like when somebody comes out of detox and they're like, "Whoa!" Like damn, bro, you look like a fresh new man. Like, not that he looked horrible before. That's why I said it's a bad example. But like seeing him, I'm like, dude, you look like fresh as fuck. Before he just looked warmed all the time. He's just like, bro, you're probably such a good hug right now. But now I'm just like, bro, you want to take a look at my finances? My finances?
You want to come work for me now? Vince would be easy. Tony lives pretty far away now, and I don't know what Chad's doing. I haven't talked to him in a minute.
Tony's the busiest man alive.
Yeah, Tony's constantly. He's either flying somewhere or he's living hours away. So that would be kind of tough, but it not outside the realm of possibilities. Vince, we could for sure do. We should.
Yeah, love to have him back.
FDDNM says favorite tuning, favorite scale.
Oh, probably bearded dragon scales.
Okay, those are pretty sick.
And
Yeah.
they shed cute too. I feel like it's funny to watch the spines like have perfect shape. It's a pretty cool scale. I like that one. What about you?
What's your favorite tuning though?
Tuning, dude, honestly, probably G sharp.
I was gonna say like 89.9
Yeah,
FM.
99.9 The Rock.
I like Phrygian scale. Phrygian scale is cool. And my favorite tuning, it just depends. I like drop C. I like drop A. 7-string drop A is a really fun.
Anything dropped.
Anything dropped, yeah. Or if not that, I'm doing standard. Just standard for like solos and stuff. What's the best way for a band to market their music? Just write good music.
Yeah, there's like
It's
4
tough.
answers to that.
Yeah.
Depends on what your outcome is, I guess, because it's like you said, writing good music. It sounds easier than said than done, but yeah, a lot of artists that got like a big chance wrote a great song and put all their money into a music video. Like
Yeah.
Post Malone's my favorite example of that with White Iverson. Literally was like couch hopping and just was like, I'm putting it all into the song because I really like it and I think I have a vision for it. And
Yeah.
like Oliver Tree, even just that Alien Boy shit, it was doing all right, and then they did the music video and it like blew up. So there's something to be said about if you can financially have the opportunity to put a bunch of money into that. That can do a lot. I would say with that, hiring a producer is something I feel like a lot of bands think is
Yes.
cheating or something when they're younger. But it's like, dude, that is so integral to the world of like,
Yes.
if you want to be marketable, there's one thing to be like artistically true or write whatever you write, then whatever, and your show will probably do fine anyway. But if you're like, oh, I want to know what's popping right now, get a producer, get a guy in there that is going to tell you what to fix or what to do or how to tune it, all that fine detail shit, that helps a lot. And then like the marketing world is so crazy because there was like, it changes every like 5 years of what you should be putting your time into. Like there was a while where the YouTube ads were like the way to go. Like I remember that worked so well for so many bands where they were just like, oh, here's our song, and it played the whole song before a video and you could skip it. But if it was sick, you'd just be like, oh shit, I just watched a whole different music video. But that became so easy to access that now there was just like, oh, there's just every band's in here now, and it's not stuff that's engaging. Where before it was bands that were taking like a leap of faith and like putting it into the ads, and it worked really well. And now it's like TikTok is so huge, and people that consume content, their attention spans are much smaller now.
Right.
So like there is something to be said about having your cool song, but really highlighting a cool part of it and putting that on like TikTok and shit, and not like the challenges, but you know, just like that. Like lyric stuff where you're like, I just wrote a song, like that shit works. Like it goes really well. So if you're trying to just be a marketing guy, look into like the world of TikToks and YouTube Shorts and all that. Shorts are a great
killing
way
it right now.
That's like the new YouTube ad thing. Is the short content is a great way to promote your song, or even if you just have a really really catchy hook, like that can blow up in itself and people can discover you that way. So I think it's paying attention to the modernness of everything as it shifts. You just got to really pay attention to that.
It's doing that or just being so interesting and good on your own. Like, do you know that guy Ren? You ever heard that guy Ren?
WREN?
Just REN. It has a song
think
called
so.
Hi Ren. It came out like a year ago or something.
I don't think I'm familiar.
And it just blew up. Like he did a music video for it. It's like a 10-minute song.
Oh, wow.
But it's almost like poetry, and he's playing an acoustic, and it's very like theatrical, but it's very like emotive. There's a lot of emotions in the way he talks, and it's like a very interesting watch. But it was so interesting and like different, and he did it so well that it just blew. Like it literally, people were like, whoa, this is so sick.
And
So it's like you either do that, which is hard to do, but you can, if you're good.
If anything, it's like a blessing to know that it blows up on its own. Like there's probably so much artificialness and like short term that has like an even better chance of like, having people that actually will come back and like really, really be attached to it because they're like moved by the thing, and they're like, oh, I'm so used to just like quickly skipping past songs, and all of a sudden they're like entrenched in a song for 10 minutes. Like that's gotta really impact people. So yeah, I think that's if you can do that option, but that's also harder. That's probably the hardest because it's just like be a good, talented musician.
Exactly,
which is like,
right.
how do you do that?
Right. Nick Furno says, have you guys ever had moments where you questioned whether being a musician is the right career path for you? Any point where you just thought about giving it all up and working an everyday job? If so, how did you persevere through this and keep yourself motivated to stick with it?
I feel like every musician's probably had that that moment, that famous Surge interview where it's like, what's your advice to a young artist? Like, kill yourself. It's just like, it's the rawest answer of prepare to suffer, type of thing. Like, I think some people, can get like nepotismed in or grandfathered in, and they're like born to be in this like sick musician family, and like whatever, that's its own thing. But dude, being like an artist from the ground up and trying to like really make a name for yourself can be the most taxing, defeating, depressing. Like, but if anything, if you can do all that and still want to be a musician, that's how you really know that you're supposed to be a musician. Because it's like that is where the make or break happens for a lot of people. Is that you try to go on your first tour and it's like that sucked. We're in so much debt. Like, does everyone flail and go for security, or do we, who buckles down and becomes musicians or finds ways to make money outside of the music so they can fund the music type of thing? So
who wants it the most?
Yeah, it's absolutely crushing, and every musician I've talked to usually feels the same way, but it's also reaffirming to know that like if I've stuck through all that, clearly I love music and I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's Definitely. I think everyone feels like quitting in a lot, whatever they're doing in life. I think just life can be overwhelming, and a lot of times you just need a good 8 hours and a mind reset, because every little thing can stack and build, and then you take a hot shower and go to bed, and the next day you're like, oh, I should just deal with this thing.
Right.
Can really, like the big infinitesimal bubble can pop at any time if you don't have a cool down moment.
Oh yeah, I think that's a beautiful answer.
Thanks, Dad.
Memphis Egbert says
These are like very normal names. Memphis Egbert, dude. I think that's the guy that blew the whistle on Pompeii exploded. Sir Egbert, what news have ye? Pompeii is erupting. All the Egberts have fled already. To Hamburg.
Shut up. All right. Any funny dining with Dickie stories? I mean, yeah, it's all funny.
Of them are pretty funny.
Yeah.
My favorite, dude, shooting raw weenies out of a slingshot is one of the funniest things to me ever. I think about they shot so perfectly and they hit stuff and just like it was so funny. And when we moved out, there was like unreachable weenies under the stove. And that's just there. That's there forever until somebody cleans the oven.
Behind the oven, remove the oven.
Dude, anytime I think about fondness for dining with Dickie, I instantly think of the weenies, fucking wrist rockets, dude. Shit was so funny, and I wish I had a wrist rocket so I could do it again.
The weenie wrist rocket,
So,
you fuck.
If you ever get the chance, highly recommend. If you got a dog, shoot it out into the field.
Eddie wants to know. Eddie Aaron Horster says top 3 to 5 Post Malone tracks.
Oh, interesting. Just for both of us, you want to go first?
I like Too Young. I like God, he has so many. Psycho's cool. I really liked. Rockstar's a cool song. We did a cover of it. That was fun.
Oh, for sure. Candy Paint. And Stay are two of my favorites. I'm trying to think of what a third.
Candy Paint with the wine.
Yeah, that was just. It's like there's something about his voice where it's like. I don't know.
It's like ice.
It's almost like hopeful.
Sounds
like the
like
way
ice.
he's delivering it. It feels like he's sad, but he's got like a.
Yeah.
Like you're sad. You've got your
Sad
socks
rich
all
boy.
wet, but you're like, she's not that bad.
No, it's
I got
yeah.
candy. It's just it's like
Such a good song.
cheery song. And then Stay, I think, is like one of the coolest acoustic songs I've heard in like the past however long. I'm not super. I don't know like every acoustic artist, but it's got so many like flow change ups and the delivery is just so earnest. And I love when he does his like K-pop vibrato. That's so not an American like vibrato thing, and I just love it when it comes out like hard and raw.
Yeah.
Pause.
That song I Like You is really cool too with Doja Cat.
Oh yeah,
I like you. I do.
Yeah, that was pretty. It's got the happy vibes too.
Yeah,
Nice
that's a
little
good
dance,
one.
Little dance party song.
But he's got like fucking 30 bangers, dude. He's got so many
great
hits.
singles. Yeah, his albums have gotten a little less solid through, but the singles have always been like, man, these are just bops.
Really good, yeah. Vaping Dead Gamer, how do you guys feel about doing a podcast again?
It feels nice.
It's fun.
I feel like the first attempt we didn't give it like it was like wrong place, wrong time type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think we were ready for that type of content at the time. Like, but it just wasn't working. I think the camera guy we had too was just kind of hard to get along with him in creative senses. So it was just there's like always like a bad energy with the podcast. It just didn't have the steam. I think this one does. Like this has such a natural charisma. Like Jared taking the lead and like bringing stuff to the table, and then we just bounce off each other. This feels a lot more natural.
It's just
and, like,
literally what we do in real life.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Austin, look at this.
Probably helps too. We're like more solidified in who we are as people. So it's just the conversation's more natural and feels. Yeah, I don't know. I like this a lot. I'm like really happy to be doing a podcast again, and it feels like we're giving it an earnest attempt, and I like that a lot.
100%. Elijah Parrish, will Dickie teach me to scream?
I mean, if you ask nicely. What do you need help with?
I want to sound like...
Yeah, everyone that asks me for vocal help, I just go, you know that Justin from Tala does vocal lessons, right?
Boom, there you go. Alex Bow says, do you regret your War Robots tattoos after getting only one sponsorship?
No, I more so regret that I haven't got it finished yet.
Same. That's exactly what I was going to say.
I think it'd be cool as fuck, because I picked a cool, I think we both picked cool.
Yeah, they look
it's kind of
cool on
just
their
sick,
own.
like to have just like a mech on you, because it's so
cool.
ambiguous that it doesn't need to be War Robots. And
Right.
there's only one time in my entire life where somebody looked at my leg and said, "Oh my God, is that a War Robot?" And I was like, what do you follow me on YouTube? And they're
Right.
like, no, I play that game on
That's
my
so
phone all the
funny.
time. I was like, that is hilarious. And yes, it is a War Robot.
I've never had that happen, but I have had a lot of people come up to me and say, "Is that
Metal Gear
is that
Solid?"
Mech Warrior
Mech
or like
Warrior.
is that Mech Bot?"
That's funny.
Which is like, no, it's a different robot.
I get that
app.
with Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, I'm like, no, it's a mobile game.
Yeah, no regrets here.
Yeah, I don't regret it at all. It was, if anything, it's more funny that they like stopped talking to us after that. Like they were like,
Right.
yikes! Like,
These guys are stalkers.
very funny to think they treated us like a crazy ex. Like fucking yikes! I'm out of here.
Obese homie
Something else.
asks,
Me too, bro.
would love to see would love to see a podcast episode of you two talking to Fluff or Tony. Again, with Tony, it might happen. I don't know about Fluff. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have probably a plethora of guests. So
Oh yeah, we'll have a lot of guests.
I think
Steve
that's
was
like our
just
only
the
frame of
first.
reference for our past guests. So
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
think seeing people seeing us with new guests will be like, oh, this is also very exciting. Yeah, I didn't think about that because
Other
they're
people
usually
exist.
just the past people.
Yeah. Chance Laros says, so excited about this. Can't wait. How often are you going to put out an episode? So our schedule right now is Monday and Thursday for the YouTube, and then a exclusive Patreon video every Monday. But I think we're actually going to have to up it to 2 videos, 2 actual DickeyDines show videos a week, and then a podcast. So 3 videos, 2 episodes, 1 podcast, because we have so much stuff already filmed.
True.
And if we just keep filming like 2 or 3 of these a day, like, dude, we're gonna be so backlogged. So but yeah, as far as the Patreon stuff, we're uploading every Monday. We're uploading exclusive Patreon content. So yeah. And we're obviously still just like 2 weeks into doing this, like in an official sense again. So it might take, a little bit for us to really like come up with an upload schedule, like how
Like an
that
official
looks.
one, yeah.
But
Once all the content's in place, we can really picture it.
but yeah, we're hopefully looking for like 1, 2, 3 episodes a week. Yeah. I mean,
a lot of
it's a lot. It's a lot.
DickeyDines.
But hey, we're doing it. All right. And then last question, Chase Boost says, what happened to the I the Musician videos, and do y'all think you would ever do more of them? I think they're still on my channel. Unless they're not. I don't know.
I think they meant like, why did this stop?
Oh, why'd they stop? Yeah, well, we that kind of was just a first skit idea we had.
Yeah.
And then I had like 50 more skit ideas. So it was like, oh, this is just a skit, and then
Right.
we'll do
And-
other types of content. And I've done similar stuff to that. Not so scripted and like,
Right, but like musician style sketches,
Yeah.
essentially, because it was like a sketches, but in this form of a reality show,
Right.
And two, I think when you start doing YouTube, you see what works and what doesn't
Sure,
super
right.
work, so you put more attention into the things that do well. And I, the
Right.
musician, was like so niche and obscure that it was like hard to market because it's like, what even is this? But
Yeah.
it was funny and it's a cool idea, but it feels like in hindsight very hard to market to
Right.
an audience of people that don't know who you are or are trying to discover content, or like it almost looks like a podcast when you like I'm a musician, like what even is that? It's in context it's really cool and
Yeah.
funny, but
You
hard
would
to click
never
on.
search that.
right, exactly.
You know
You
what I
never
mean?
find that by accident. You'd have to be a subscriber.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, those are your guys' comments and questions from last week's post. And I will be making a new one on the Patreon. So if you want to be a part of this part of the podcast where we talk to the patrons, click the link in the description. You can check us out. Dude, we're up to 50 patrons already.
Dude, let's
That's
fucking go.
fucking sick,
You guys
dude.
are awesome. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna do a 50-part series with the person that asked me to teach them how to do vocals, where they ask me a question every Patreon, and I slowly teach them how to do vocals.
All right, first step, you just give them 30-second increments.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, as it goes. But yeah, man, that's so cool to see. We really do appreciate that, and it's going to help us out to just keep furthering content
Cranking
and
this shit out, baby.
doing more stuff, you know, like leaving the table to do other things and just fun stuff. And
We've been stuck by this table.
we're stuck by this
YouTube
table.
won't let us leave until we hit a monetary threshold. We're locked to this table.
We're locked in. No, but it is obviously immensely appreciated. So thank you. And thank you for still sticking along with us over the last 7-8 years. I don't know. It's been,
All proceeds go to Bone Daddy.
yeah, Bone Daddy. But no, it's been fun, and we're doing it again. So
Only getting harder.
only getting harder.
Getting more. That's so much Dickie that you can't even hold in your hands no more.
That's a lot of Dickie. It's a lot of Dickie.
Go to hell, dude.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching episode 3 of the DickeyDines podcast. I really do appreciate it. Links in the description below. Like I said, we do have merch. There's a couple designs now, and we'll have more designs very soon. And yeah, that's just a way that you can rep merch and then support us directly. So we really do appreciate that. And yeah, check us out on other socials if you want.
Thumbs up for a DickeyDines sombrero merch launch.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. I'm down with that.
All in
I'm
one.
super down with that. All right, guys. See you later.